Hey, this is Mike from Helium Street, and thanks for being here. Today we're going to go through a top 10 checklist for things to do after you order your Hotspot miner. Now, the first thing you need to understand is that you got an option, right? You've got 4 different manufacturers to choose from, and they all have different types of capabilities. Now, some of them have the outdoor implementation. You can put them outdoors. Others have the PoE technology, which is power over Ethernet. Others have maybe an upgraded processor or upgraded memory, or they come with a 4 dBi antenna that's really twice as strong as anything else out there. Others come in at a little bit lower price point, don't have all the bells and whistles, but that's a good unit also. So determine then how many miners you're going to have. That's the second step. Well, if you've got a really active area, you don't necessarily need to go with a whole bunch of miners right off the bat. You can go ahead and go with 1, 2, and see how they perform with all the other miners in your area. But if you're going in to it and you're the only game in town, you're going to need to get more miners. You're going to need maybe get 3 to start. So consider that when you make your purchase for your miners. And remember the 300-meter rule also, right? Make sure they're not too close, but also make sure that they're not too far away also. And also the location of your miners. Now, obviously, you're going to have one where you live, probably. But you're also going to need to reach out to friends and family. And they might be in apartments or houses, condos, townhouses, office buildings. Look at business and storefronts also. And warehouses and factories. I mean, you might not have them readily available, but if you can implement one at the top of a warehouse, you'd have really, really good reception. Also consider vacation properties. Now, this is a little bit of a bonus, right? If you were to put miners around the outside of a large lake, you could potentially have really, really good reception with all of the other miners because you really have no obstructions, right? You're shooting right across the water. It's just an idea. Then make sure you understand your antenna location and the height compared to the other miners in the area. So you might want to use this tool, which is called the RF line of sight tool. You actually can plot out where the miners are, and then you can check to see how tall your antennas need to be in those areas. So it's a really good tool. You can check it out, and you can find the link at heliumstreet.com. Then decide your antenna setup. You can go with roof-mounted, wall-mounted, a lot of different configurations for that. Also look at magnetic setups. These magnetic applications could be really, really effective, and they are really, really easy installation. And then remember, safe antenna installation. Remember, safety is the #1 priority here, right? So make sure, if you don't feel comfortable with it, make sure you're calling in a licensed electrician to help you out. And you know what? It doesn't really cost that much. And also picking the best antenna cable for your application. Now, in some cases, you're going to go with a shorter cable, and you can go with some of the cables that aren't super high quality, and that's okay. But as the length of your cable extends, your line loss increases and your signal strength decreases. So keep that in consideration. So to compensate for an extended length of your cable, you need to go with a higher quality cable, like the LMR 400 or something the equivalent of that. Because as you increase your cable quality, you can also increase your signal strength. And also plan for proper grounding. It's super important for the parts and the people. And we can help you out at heliumstreet.com for all those parts. And then miner location. Find the best location inside your house or your building just to make sure it's easily accessible. And remember, the best performance is achieved with a shorter cable. And then be active in this community. We're all in this together, so ask questions, offer suggestions, provide feedback. And when you get up and running, share your results as well. And I don't say this very often, but like, share, and subscribe to this channel because it really, really helps us out a lot. Thanks so much for being here.